Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback with the premium package, as well as learn about the features and other configurations. Before we do that, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The fully redesigned 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback is a fun and upscale compact car with a competitive price. It combines an athletic driving spirit with a luxury interior and modern features. The 2019 Mazda 3 is a compact hatchback sold in 3 configurations, which Mazda now calls packages. There's the base model that starts at $25,000. There's the preferred package that starts at $26,600. And there's the top tier premium configuration that has an MSRP of $28,900. Now, front wheel drive is standard, and all wheel drive is available across all trim levels. Every 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback is powered by a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that, as you can see, makes 186 horsepower, but what you can't see is that it makes 186 pound-feet of torque as well. Now, that is automatically paired to an automatic transmission. That's the standard feature. That's the standard transmission, is the automatic. However, you can get a manual transmission. The deal is you can only get it on the front-wheel drive hatchback with the premium package. So only the top tier trim level can be had with a manual transmission. Well, they clearly are playing with the prices, the differences on the pricing here. I'm on a different page right on their same website, and we can see that the base model now is not $25,000, it's $23,600 when it was just $25,000. You don't believe me? Look. Here, just in a different section right on their site, it says that it's $25,000. So that must be, yeah, we don't know that. But the good deal is on this channel, we do build and price cars. We don't spend a lot of time talking about the prices. We just like to know what the ballpark is. But it's worth noting when there's such discrepancies like that. At any rate, what I really want to say is the base model hatchback is really well equipped, right? 186 horsepower engine, 18-inch alloy wheels, Apple CarPlay, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring. You know, whether it's $23,600 or $25,000, and that does make quite a difference, it's still a lot of car and a lot of value for the money. And then the cool thing is you come in here with the preferred package, and you know, we're not going to get into the pricing, but now you get the 8-way driver power seats, you get heated front seats, you get the upgraded Bose premium audio system. It's really nice. So you get a lot more luxury, right? You get that the audio system, you get satellite radio, the driver memory seat. Now, the reason why we're going to do the premium package on this particular build and price review today is because I like leather seats. And at the end of the day, the car is well under $30,000, whether there's a discrepancy in the price or not. $27,500 is, well, I think that's a reasonable amount of money to pay. You get a lot. Mazda's giving you a lot of technology. They're giving you leather seats. You're getting adaptive lighting. You're getting basically everything. Now we can even throw a 5-speed manual or a 5 or 6-speed manual transmission on this thing and have some fun. The deal is, though, while you can get this in all-wheel drive, you can't get any Mazda 3 with all-wheel drive and a manual transmission. You could only get that manual transmission not only on the premium package, but on the premium package with front-wheel drive specifically. Okay, let's jump into this build and price review of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. Like I said, we're gonna build and price the top tier, the premium trim. Before we do that, we're gonna learn about the features along the way before we actually get to the build and price part. Some of these features to learn are the exterior colors. We can see that this particular exterior color, and it's a $595 option, is Soul Red Crystal Metallic. It's one of their most popular colors. Mazda really likes this color. They always highlight this glossy red. So yeah, that's their most popular color. Then they have this Snowflake White, which is a well, so a lot of these paints are extra cost. So this one's $200 extra. And then what about these other ones? We've got this machine gray metallic, and it costs an extra $300. Okay, there is this deep crystal blue. This is a standard color. It's a no-cost option, this color. The jet black is also a no-cost option. And this exterior paint color here is called Polymetal Gray Metallic. It is a standard exterior paint color for the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. So looks like these, one, the black, the polymer, the gray, and the crystal blue, those are no-cost paint colors. And then you've got the gray, the machine gray, the snowflake white, and the soul red crystal metallic. Those are upgraded colors that you are going to pay additionally for. Here we can see a shot of their interior. This is, we can see what kind of colors they have for their interior colors. This is their black leatherette, right? Doesn't look too bad. It's their black leatherette. This color here they call Grige. This interior color is called Grige Leatherette. It's actually not bad looking. So Grige Leatherette. Now we have two other interior colors to look at, and they are both leather, and that's going to be of interest to us because we're building pricing the premium configuration, which is the top tier trim level for the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. So this is what the black leather looks like. Not bad. And then finally, Mazda offers this red leather, so that's kind of fun, a little splash of color. So they give you a little splash of color with the Grige Leatherette, and they give you a little splash of color with this red leather. And what's nice about this red leather, it's not like lipstick red leather, it's more like a burgundy, a darker, a more mature red leather. And so that's kind of cool. It's such a nice color that we might actually throw that on our preferred, actually. But let's move on. So let's do this. We're going to do a few things. We are going to check out the gallery right now, look at the interior and the exterior photos, and then we'll explore the features of our 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, and then finally we'll do a build our own, and we'll build, price, and option a 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback in the premium configuration. Okay, so I think what we can do, we can do a little quick virtual walk around. So before we hit the gallery, so part of the gallery page is allowing us to do this virtual walk around of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. Look, it's got the little dual exhaust. Surely it's not a true dual exhaust, but it's still cool. So now we can get a nice shot of the full design on this thing. All right, now let's actually go check the gallery images now. Okay, so it looks like there's 15 slides. Let's check them out. All right, let's not check that out. He's just checking out the car, and we don't need to look at that. So apparently they're showing the European model. I don't know how much it differentiates from the US model. Here's a nice shot of the interior and the center console. They too, just like BMW with their iDrive and Mercedes and Audi, they all have the scroll wheel for their infotainment. So everybody's kind of followed suit with that, I guess. Here's a nice shot of the Apple CarPlay and all that there. And as we saw, even the base model, Mazda 3, 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, can be had with the Apple CarPlay, which is really cool. Here's a nice shot of the interior. This is surely a premium with leather, because that certainly looks like leather and like a leather interior. It's very nice in there. It's quite luxury, feels very upscale, especially for the price point. I should say it looks not very upscale. We don't know what it feels like. It looks very upscale, especially for the price point. Here we can see that Bose speaker system, and if you get the mid-tier preferred package, I think the Bose system is standard on that package. Yeah, it is. And it's nice. I like audio systems, and I like to play my music when I drive. You might too, TOO. So yeah, upgraded sound systems, yeah, they grab my attention for sure. Okay, let's quickly run through the rest of these images real fast. Nice shot of the interior there. And here's a nice shot from the driver display. Here they're showing a different color instrument, or I'm sorry, dashboard or top pad. See, it's kind of like silvery. I didn't notice that when we were looking at the other interior colors. I could have missed it, but yeah, that. But there also could be showing the European model. Is that the European model? It could be the European model. At any rate, here's a nice shot of the full interior. Looks like the back seats are up a little bit higher. Like it's kind of stadium seating. It is very nice in there. I'm impressed. No wonder this guy's looking out the window, checking this car out in that red, in that shade of red. Matter of fact, I've already put a link up to the review I did of the 2018 Mazda 3 Touring Hatchback. And I think I was even going off then about how they love this shade of red because they're always using it. Right? You see? You don't see it in any other color, do you? All right, there we go. All right, so we've gone through the photos. I do like this little rear roof spoiler. Very cool with the third brake light that's tucked into it. And look, the little LED tail lights that are round. I like the touch. I do like it. All right, let's move on. Time to find out about the features. Okay, the first thing we want to talk about for our 2019 Mazda 3 as far as features are concerned are the exterior design features. Oh, and look, in that shade of red. All right, seriously, let's find out about the exterior design features, shall we? So Mazda has this thing going on. They call it, and I could be pronouncing it wrong, so I'm going to apologize now. Kodo, or something like that. It's called, meaning translation is soul of emotion. This is Mazda's design language, right? The speed form featured in sculptural exploration, right? This is, I guess, apparently these are their artisans, is what they call their designers. All right, so I guess it's just a fancy schmancy way of saying that they put a whole bunch of thought and energy and all that there and inspiration into their thoughtful design of their vehicles. Not just this Mazda 3, but this is their whole design language, which surely spans across their whole vehicle lineup. Oh, I had mentioned the exterior lights on one of the gallery images because they do look very beautiful. So the lighting design, available LED headlights, daytime running lights, and LED combination tail lights. We did see those tail lights in that gallery image. They're very beautiful. So it says this new look adds an aesthetic appeal. It really does, while providing an enhanced driving experience. So these are some exterior design features, just to remind you, of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. All right, so we did that. Now let's find out about some interior design features for that 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. Really, they're just going to tell us how awesome they are about their engineering and the ergonomics and the design and supportive positioning of the seats and the pedal layout and all that. It's really no different than that whole design language we were just talking about for the exterior design. That sort of carries over into the interior, but they don't call it that. But yeah, they're just letting us know that the engineers are on the job and everything's been thought about, and at least that's what they're liking to tell us. So yeah, and I think it looks nice. So let's move on, find out any other interior design features. The other feature is a quiet ride. It says the new era Mazda 3, because remember, it's redesigned for 19, is engineered to help insulate you from distracting outside noise, while still allowing for subtle sounds. Right, because you still got to be able to hear some things. It can't be completely isolated when you're driving. You need to hear some noises, right? You got to be aware of some things. Okay, so we got through the design features, and honestly, I mean, they didn't have much to say, and really, what all can they really say? It's not a whole bunch to say. Here we are now. Now we're going to take a look at the performance features. We've already kind of gone through it, so some of it may be redundant. We may get a couple of bits of information, a little bit more. We already know, for instance, that there's an available all-wheel drive system. We do know that. What we don't know is that, that this thing monitors everything from outside temperature and windshield wiper usage to the driver's steering and braking patterns. And I guess it's going to take in all that information and then based on that, it's going to respond accordingly, I suppose. Then Mazda has what they call this Sky Active technology. It is the suspension, basically. And they go on and make a big deal about it because, well, I guess this is, they're telling you that this is going to give you improved handling and comfort without compromising the performance. And they even use the word holistic. Okay, we're talking suspension here, and they throw out the word holistic. So yeah, they're putting a big deal into this whole Sky Active suspension technology, and I guess it's supposed to be good. Of course, we can't talk about performance without them saying something about the engine again. Again, they use the word holistic, right? This is a holistic approach to performance, right? It's got the 186 horsepower engine that also makes 186 pound-feet of torque. They call it, and there's also, they have it, it has a Sky Active Vehicle Dynamics with G Vectoring Control Plus. That is a long title, and just to say that it subtly adjusts the power delivery and braking for a more balanced feeling around corners. So this thing will help save you if you're getting into corners a little bit hot. So that's kind of cool. I guess other manufacturers call that kind of torque vectoring, perhaps, maybe. At any rate, that's what they want to tell us about the performance. Let's talk about technology, and of course they're going to tell us about this available 12-speaker Bose surround sound system, premium audio system. We know it's available if you even buy the mid-tier preferred trim level. You can get yourself into this Bose audio system, but there are a few other things down here. You know, they've got the Apple CarPlay that they're talking about here. And apparently this is a base model. Even the base model is Apple CarPlay. So for Android Auto, that is also available, but they say available Apple CarPlay. They use the word available, but when we looked at the packages, or we looked at the base models, or we were looking at the different configurations, they showed Apple CarPlay as standard. So, you know, Mazda's not being exactly clear on their website and their word usage, but okay, be that as it may. Here they're talking about that infotainment system. Why do we know that? Just because they're showing that infotainment scroller. So they call it the multifunction commander control, which lets you navigate the system's features without distraction. You don't have to put your hand up there. You can leave it down comfortable. So this is their infotainment system for your music and all that. You can also access the navigation if it even has it. I don't even think we've seen or heard anything about navigation, have we? Maybe not. No, we haven't heard anything about navigation, but looking at this widescreen information display, we can see that it says information, entertainment, communication, navigation, and then settings, and they have this little clock here. So it's an 8-point-inch widescreen, and we can see that it's a multifunction. It can also be controlled by, I guess it's only controlled by that multifunction command control wheel, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Everything that it does. There's everything right there. Okay, let's talk safety features. It looks to be that's about going to be the last bit of features they're going to give us. So blind spot monitoring, which is super cool. It's standard on this 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. You know, I build and price hundreds of cars. Yes, hundreds. I have 400 and something videos based on this video right here, 400 some odd videos right now at the time of this recording. So I do a lot of cars. And, you know, this is a relatively inexpensive car. They're throwing you standard blind spot monitoring. I build and price much more expensive cars where this is an option. So I love cars like this that give you a lot of value for your dollar. Now, what blind spot monitoring does, you've probably already read it while I've been running my biscuit. It helps detect objects in your blind spot and alerts you with a chime and a warning light in the side mirror and in the available active driving display, right? That's probably in the center console there. I'm not the center console, but the driver information cluster. And it says it's an available thing, so that doesn't come as standard. So yeah, that was the blind spot monitoring. I guess I was up a little bit high. Next is the rear cross traffic alert. I love the little pictures. So this is standard as well. Standard rear cross traffic alert. It makes sense. You get it when you're backing up out at the grocery store. A car's coming this way. If you've got big vehicles right here, you can't always see if a car's coming down this aisle. This will let you know. I love that. I love that safety feature. Then you've got the radar cruise control with stop and go. It's standard on automatic transmission models. This will maintain a set speed and minimum following distance. If the vehicle you're following reduces the speed even down to a stop, the vehicle will automatically slow or stop as needed, which is super cool. Then this safety feature here is called Smart Brake Support. It's standard. It helps detect vehicles, pedestrians, and bicycles in your path. And if it thinks that if it predicts that you're going to hit something, it'll warn you, and if necessary, it'll apply the brakes. So it is what I like to call what's the word I'm looking for? Might be autonomous technology, perhaps. I can't really remember, but where it's like it's an active system. I mean, it'll intervene for you. It's an active active safety feature, because if you don't respond, it'll respond for you. I think that's really cool. There's high beam control. It too is standard. This system automatically switches to low beams when it detects oncoming traffic and or a vehicle ahead. So if it's really dark outside, this thing will turn on the brights, and it'll turn off the brights so you're not blinding out folks. There's this lane departure warning. Now this does not say standard. Oh yeah, it does. Standard lane departure warning, right? Gives you an audible and a tactile and visual warnings when it detects that your vehicle is about to unintentionally depart from its lane. Yeah, it might help if it turns the steering wheel too, because, well, that's the thing about some of this safety feature stuff. I think it's great to be alerted, but chances are you might need a helping hand, right? And so I like the safety features that intervene. If you don't, I like those. Then there's so I guess this is all standard. This makes the Mazda 3 even more of a value, because so far all this safety stuff they've mentioned is all standard, and I bet we've only got 2 more things to look at. I bet you those are standard as well. If not, even then, this is a lot of value for the money. So you got the standard lane keep assist, and when it senses unintentional lane departure, it will perform minor steering corrections to get you back in your lane. So this one is an active system. That's pretty cool. Then we have what? We have the standard driver attention alert. This monitors the driver's steering and throttle inputs and lane position. And if it thinks that you are, getting tired, it'll display some stuff probably telling you to pull over and take a nap. I was just talking about this the other day because I just did a build and price of a Mercedes, and Mercedes is actually the first manufacturer to come out with what they call attention assist. Last but not least, for safety features here. Now, this is an available system, okay? This one's not. Adaptive front lighting system. As you turn a corner, the lights pivot in the direction of your turn, which, of course, will improve your visibility, right? And allow you to spot potential hazards ahead, of course. Okay, so we got through all the features. We looked at the gallery. Let's check out some specs for our top tier trim level that we're going to build in price, which is the premium. Let's check out the specs for the premium, and then we'll do our build. Okay, let's go. Okay, so here's our premium package sedan. Like I said, they call their trim levels and configurations, they call them packages now. So specs, yeah, 186 horsepower. Every one of them gets the same engine, so they're all going to have the same fuel economy. It says 35 miles to the gallon on the highway. And then it gets the 2.5 liter engine, as we know. And then we have some other drop downs. We can see some other exterior specs, interior, engine mechanics, safety, security, options. Let's get into those really, really fast. Won't take us long to blow through these. Standard features, right? LED headlights, LED daytime running lights. I'm not going to name them all off, so if you want to make sure you catch everything, you can just pause the video really quick. I'm just noting things that are popping out at me. Rain sensing wipers. You got a moonroof on this. Body colored folding power side mirrors. Rear roof spoiler. You got those 18-inch wheels. Yeah, rear window wiper. Like I said, this is a vehicle well under $30,000. Really, at least a couple few grand under $30,000. At least $2,500 under 30 grand. And you're getting a lot. Let's move on. There's more standard features or more specs we can check out. Okay, so we can see some dimensions here. So we got this vehicle has a 107.3 inch wheelbase. The width of this vehicle is 70.7 inches. The height of this vehicle is 56.7 inches. And the ground clearance, it says unladen, that's without weight, is 5.5 inches. Okay, so for some interior specs, what? We got push button start, keyless entry, electronic parking brake, dual zone automatic power climate control. You got power windows, power locks. Yeah, remember, a leather interior as well, right? A lot of storage in the glove compartment. Got a ton of storage, lots of storage. Here we've got more specs. So yeah, we know that we have the leather seats. We've got the heated front seats, the five passenger seating. You've got 8-way power driver seat with a 2-position memory. Like I said, I'm not going to read them all. Then you got that upgraded Bose 12-speaker audio. You've got the 8.8-inch large center display. You've got Pandora Internet Radio. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM satellite radio with a 3-month trial subscription, obviously when you only buy the car new. And you get 2 USB audio inputs. Sounds like they're giving you some heads up sort of kind of display. It says windshield projected full color active driving display. That's cool. Is that a head up display? If it is, you know I love that on this channel. If not, you should subscribe. You know that. You get a 7-inch multi-information display. That's right in the driver cluster, I bet. And then for some interior dimensions, and all this is in inches, mind you. Headroom in the front is 37.5 inches. Headroom in the rear is 36.5. That's with the moonroof because we have one. Shoulder room in the front, 55.7. In the rear, it's 53.4 inches, right? Hip room up front, 54.6. Out in the back, 50.9. Leg room in the front, 42.3. Leg room in the rear, 35.1. The cargo capacity for our 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback is 20.1 cubic feet. Some engine specs. We already know that it makes 186 horsepower. We can see that right here, right? We can see that it makes 186 horsepower. And we also know that it makes 186 pound-feet of torque. But it makes that torque at 4,000 RPM. So you got to really wind this engine out. All right, now we get a better shot of our fuel economies here, and they break it down. We are going to actually do a manual transmission. We're going to do the front-wheel drive with a manual transmission. So it's going to give us 25 miles to the gallon in the city, 35 miles to the gallon on the highway, and it's going to give us 29 miles to the gallon in mixed combined driving. Okay, some safety specs, ton. We already went through all this. Look at all that safety stuff. Lots of stuff. Advanced front airbags. Yeah. Cruise control. Remember, we already went through all those safety features. All that's in there. Rear view camera, tire pressure monitoring system, dynamic stability control with traction control, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, all that stuff. Radar cruise control, that driver attention alert. All that stuff's in there. Not many options, though. Looks like the only options are those paint color options. With that said, let's jump into this and actually build out. That's what it says. Build this package. Yeah, let's build a 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback in the top tier premium trim. Okay, so we got to get this thing configured the way we want. Now, we know that we're getting the premium package, but I told you I wanted to get a manual transmission. You can't get the manual transmission if you have it in all-wheel drive. So if we do front-wheel drive, now that opens up the manual transmission. Okay, perfect. We already know that. We're good. Says our starting MSRP for this particular configuration, right? That'd be a Mazda 3 hatchback with a manual transmission and front-wheel drive. $28,420. Let's move on to the next step. We are not going to do that red for our exterior color. You know what? I don't even want to pay extra for an exterior color. This thing's going to certainly stay, well, it's going to stay under $30,000 no matter what, because there's not going to be really any options to be had with this. You know, the thing with cars at these kind of price points and tiers, you kind of get what you get with the packages. So we're just going to do the black. If there's nothing wrong with it in black, I think it'll look nice. So now we have our black exterior paint color selected. As far as interior is concerned, you know what? We're going to do that red. I like the red leather. I like it's kind of more of like a burgundy and maroon to me. They call it red, but I'm going to call it burgundy and maroon because, well, that's what it looks like. And it's not even a no-cost option. or it's a no-cost option. Our price point hasn't even changed. We're still sitting at $28,420. I guess let's move on. Only thing really left to do is to just play around with a little bit of accessories, really little options. And this is all stuff that you can technically get from the dealer, right? Splash guards, I like those. The navigation system, I'm not going to worry about that. We have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That means that you can do the navigation right through your phone. The wireless charging pad, I do like that. Let's get that. The frameless auto dimming mirror, I like that. The illuminated front-only door sills trims, they come in a set of 4. Well, if it's front-only, then why am I getting 4? All right, anyway, 4 1/4. I like those. What else is there? There's those all-weather floor mats with the high wall, or you can get them with the low wall. All right, give me the high wall version. All right. What else is there? There's that cargo net. There's that rear bumper guard. If you're one of those people that's slide boxes and packages over your bumper, this will help protect you. I don't need to do that because I'm going to pick my stuff up. Wheel locks, yeah, cheap insurance, $60 right there. And yeah, I guess that's it. So now we're sitting at $29,685, still under $30,000. We did everything we want to do. Let's go over to the summary. Okay, yeah, here we are. Just under $30,000, brand new, redesigned 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback with the premium package, front-wheel drive, manual transmission. Is this going to give us a shot of the interior? Yep, nice shot of the interior. Very cool. If you like this car and you like the specs on this, I've already downloaded the build summary. I've already printed off and downloaded the build summary, and you can download that PDF. The link's already in the description below. So yeah. Very cool car. They keep changing around all the different prices, right? All the MSRPs. At any rate, we added about $1,200 and change to the base price of this vehicle, and we have a very nice one. I think the 2019 Mazda 3 is a very nice car. It's got a very great interior, nice exterior design. It's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Nice car. I like it. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe if you found it helpful, informative, or entertaining. Other than that, I'm going to tell you to have a wonderful day, and I'm going to see you on the very next video. Be sure to check out those other links I put up to my other videos after you watch this.